What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Will back with another video. Now today we're gonna be getting into another interesting video topic. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Today's video is gonna be about star quarterback Cleveland Browns finest Deshaun Watson and what my expectations is for Mr. Watson, and do I see him having a breakout game? This is an interesting topic. You know, a lot of you guys have those certain aspects of, I just want us to make the playoffs, but then we got, certain expectations for people. People went from wanting the Browns to win to wanting Deshaun Watson to throw for 300 yards and 3 TDs. I had a guy say that if Deshaun Watson doesn't throw for 350 and 4 TDs, he's cooked. I find it very funny how now we got different goalposts. Because if the man came out and did that, you know what everybody would say, it's just one game. So you gotta literally watch who you listen to when it comes to certain stuff and certain opinions on it. Some guys just don't like cats, and that's okay. And they'll try to hide that they're biased and say little stuff that don't really add up to it, because it's always a catch-22. The man plays good, y'all gonna say if it was just one game. The man don't play good and we win, y'all still gonna bring up stats and different little criteria he needs to make. Like, it's gonna continue to be like that. And as Browns fans, you gotta kind of just have your own personal opinion on how a player played, and not let somebody that already got dislikes towards a player judge your opinion on something that you're seeing. So that's what I would say. But let's get into this. That was a little rant, but so Deshaun Watson, I think he's going to have a stat line of 2 total touchdowns, 215, 25, 35, I'm going to say 228 passing yards, 2 total touchdowns, I'm going to say 0 picks. That's going to be my stat line. I think he rushes for about 50 yards again, though. I think him and Nick Chubb combined for about 150 on the ground. And here's my reason why I don't think he's going to have that big 300-yard game. One, to have games like that, you need either 2 things to happen. You need to have a receiver, break a tackle and take it 80 yards like Jamar Chase when he hit that spin move, or you're going to need to have time in the pocket to create a deep ball. I don't think he's going to have time in the pocket to create a deep ball. So I don't see him hitting those big chunk plays. I see us mythologically, like we did last week against the Bengals, moving down the field, scraping out points, killing the time on the clock and giving our defense time to sit in there, rest, and, continue to lock down the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't see it being a game where Deshaun's throwing it all over the field. It might be a game where Pittsburgh is going to want him to throw it all over the field because they want to stop Nick Chubb. I don't think it's going to get to the point where I think they won't be able to stop Nick Chubb. And then when you get Chubb and Watson going in that running game, and then you hit them with a play action, it's going to cause a lot of problems for, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's how I think this game going to be played. It's going to be another game of Deshaun showing how good of a dual threat quarterback he can be, how he can use his length and use his speed as a quarterback and his rushing ability to get out the pocket and create a lot of havoc with those RPOs and getting those big tackles and Wyatt Teller and Joel Bitonio going downhill blocking while Nick Chubb's going downhill running. I think it's going to be a game that consists of just running with the football, having big tight end sets, and making big key catches on big third downs. And that's perfectly fine. But what's 9 times out of 10 going to happen is people going to come on here on Tuesday morning talking about how he didn't have 275 yards, how he didn't have 3 passing touchdowns. It's going to be like that for a little bit of while. But it will be games where Watson is, and the play style is subjected to him throwing all over the field. But 2 divisional games, I don't think it's going to be a shootout by any means. I don't even think it's going to be a shootout until we get to Baltimore. I think Baltimore will be that first game where Watson needs to show how he can throw it all over the field. I wouldn't expect a big game like that until Baltimore. I think Tennessee is going to be another game where we put up points, but we're still going to win by the rushing attack. And that's just the way kind of AFC football kind of goes. When you got the best running back with a good offensive line and a quarterback that can pull it on the RPO anytime, if it's not broke, why are you trying to go towards it and force him to get a whole bunch of passing yards? I think his passing yards and big games will come all in the middle of the season. But I do think him and Lamar Jackson can have a really good duel in week 4. I'm pretty sure that's week 4. Don't quote me on that. But in week 4, I'm pretty sure they can have a real good duel down here in Cleveland. And we could present and try to stop the Ravens from going up 3-0 in the division. So that's how I see it picturing out. You guys let me know if y'all disagree with me. I feel like this is going to be one of those another games where he's not throwing the football a lot. He's getting the football out of his hands. Or that pass rush is pretty much preventing them from having anything going on downfield. With TJ Watt being on a rookie, Jed Wills has been struggling. I would really suggest that, not playing and holding on to the football like he usually does. I really hope he gets the ball out of his hands and kind of be okay with taking the checkdowns. One of my biggest flaws or critiques of him in week 1 was he was too excited to have a big game. And he might go into this game with the same aspect. Now, it's an important thing to mention that Deshaun Watson is 6-3 in primetime games and have a passer rating over a 115. He plays good in big games. He won a national championship. That's a big game. So he's a big game player. He's a gamer. So he might go out there and say, yeah, I know you are trying to stop Nick Chubb, but I'm going to be the best offensive player on the field today, and I'm going to have a game. He can do that. It seems like he wants to do that. But the realistic aspect of it, I think, will be that we're going to win the football by running the football on the ground. But I definitely know that Deshaun Watson probably wants to come out and have a big game and annihilate everybody. Because you could see when we played the Bengals that he wanted to have a big game and annihilate everybody. So that's going to be my opinion and my comments and my takes on it. I think he throws for about, 230, 2 total touchdowns. That could be 2 passing, 2 rushing, but 2 total touchdowns, no interceptions. And I think they cruise on. The offense don't put up more than like 27 points. That's my prediction for it. I think it's still a good Browns win, and you leave out of Pittsburgh feeling good that you win and you broke their streak. But it's going to be my video for today. I've been recording a lot. I just dropped 2 videos. Y'all doing real good on that Amari Cooper video, so I'm going to drop this Deshaun Watson video. Y'all might be seeing this Monday at midnight, Monday morning. But I'm going to try to get like 4 videos out. The next video I'm going to be dropping is going to be about the Cleveland Browns versus Pittsburgh Steelers, my bold predictions on as far as stat lines, who I think have a big game, who I think have a bad game. And I'm out. Y'all be safe. Peace.